Warrior football is now 2-1 as our Warriors took on the Dakota State University Trojans in the first round of a two-game schedule this season. Saturday, the Warriors unpackaged the Trojans, sent them home worn out and full of disappointment with a final score of 35-20. They'll visit the Trojans at their mom's house October 14th. Our Warriors found the end zone 7 times at Waldorf Field, the offense leading the way with a total of 325 passing yards compared to the Trojans' 160. We ran for 142 rushing yards, and the Trojans ran for 204, but Dakota State had 3 costly turnovers compared to the Warriors' single turnover, which was an interception in the end zone late in the game. The Trojans controlled the clock with over 31 minutes time of possession compared to our 28 minutes and 15 seconds, but it didn't matter as our Warriors got down to business and outscored the Trojans 7-3 in the first quarter, 14-3 in the second, blanked the Trojans 7-0 in the third, and slowed down just a bit to give the Trojans something to talk about on the bus ride home with a 7-14 run in the final quarter. The defense held the Trojans to just 2 field goals in the first 3 quarters of the game, which had to be frustrating for Dakota State. Our Warriors logged 48 solo tackles and 18 assists for a total of 66, compared to the Trojans' 43 solos and 12 assists, netting 55 total tackles. Leaders on the defense for the Warriors were Jakeem Brock with 10 tackles, followed by Will Strickland with 8, Austin Erdman with 7, Skylar Schmidt with 6, Jeremiah Smith with 5, who we will be talking to today on the show. Kaysen Handel and Nico Page both logged 4 tackles. Shannon Williams, Aiden Williams, who we will talk to next week on the show, and Xavier Warner, they all had 3 tackles. The Warrior defense held the Trojans to a mere 48% success rate, by the way, on third downs. But it was our offense that stole the show Saturday, converting 78% of third downs, marching the ball consistently down the field. Great blocking by the O-line gave Jordan Peterson plenty of time to make the plays, scoring 2 TDs himself and completing 21 of 27 passing attempts, netting 12 yards per play. Cooper was named NSAA Offensive Player of the Week for his efforts Saturday, the second Warrior to be awarded that title thus far in the season, with Connor Parker, the kicker, who achieved it in the first week. Parker was perfect, by the way, on extra points, going 5 for 5 in the game against the Trojans. The Trojans were led by their running back Tice Ortman, who ran for 159 yards on the day before exiting the game and late in the fourth with an injury. We wish him well on his recovery. Trojan starting quarterback freshman Joseph Cole left the game in the first quarter due to an injury after going 13-26 on passing attempts for 134 yards and throwing 2 interceptions. Aiden Jungers, the number 2 QB, played the remainder of the game to get the loss, moving the Trojans now to 0-3 on the season. Navi Hill led the Warriors rushing with 106 yards, and Dom Watt led the receiving game with 152 yards and nearly breaking his own single-game yardage record. George Rivera pulled in 74 yards and Malik Adams 58. Our Warriors will travel to Mayville State now on Saturday. The kickoff is set for 2 p.m. The Comets are 0-3 on their season, having lost last week to Dakota Wesleyan 30-33 in a close game in Lincoln, and then getting stomped by NSAA rival Dickinson State the week prior, 18-41, and then shut out in their opener against Montana State Northern 0-14, and that was their opener. Saturday will be the Comets' first home game at Jerome Berg Field. I'm sure they are hoping for a better result, but I've got bad news for the Comets, as the Warriors intend to continue their perfect losing streak. Keep an eye on the Comets' junior QB Tim Salmon and their leading rusher freshman number 14 Javion Davison. The GridIron Club presented our Outstanding Warrior Awards Wednesday, honoring the following players for their contributions to the game and the team in Week 3. Jordan Cooper was the Offensive Player of the Week. Edwan Works, the Defensive Player of the Week. Liam Stone earned the Big Man of the Week award. Dom Watt earned the Special Teams Player of the Week award. Carmelo Campbell got the Offensive Scout Team Player of the Week. Jeremiah Hurd earned the Defensive Scout Team Player of the Week. And Tay Buchanan earned the Warrior of the Week award, which is given to that Warrior who exemplifies leadership, great attitude, and hard work on the field, in the classroom, and out in the community. Congratulations to our Week 3 Warrior Award recipients. And congratulations to our cash prize Where the Ball Lies winners from Saturday's game: Kevin Harmon of Forest City, Jessica Christensen of Perry, Nicole Whitney of Mason City, and Wanda Engleby of Forest City. Each of them won $50 from the GridIron Club, and we'll have 4 more winners each home game. And congratulations to Amber Erdman, who won the silent auction official Warrior signed football. Amber won the auction bidding and now owns one of 5 official Warrior signed footballs for the 2023 season. There are 3 left to be auctioned off. this season. Thanks to all the fans who came out and cheered on our Warriors to their second victory of the season and helping us stay perfect at home. That's the GridIron Post-Game 411. Now, on to this week's show. Welcome to the Waldorf Gridiron Club Podcast, your home for all things football at Waldorf University, the best small college football experience in America. Hosted by Andy Buffington and me, Troy Thompson, from the secret bunker beneath Bullsdorf Field.
Well, folks, welcome to this episode of the Waldorf Gridiron Club Podcast. Troy?
Yep.
2-1, baby.
2-1.
Did we not take it to the Trojans?
Oh, we just took it. Let me tell you something about that was a fun game for me to announce, Andy. I know you were on the sideline because I like to watch it, see what's going on down there. And I was waiting for the entire game for a good gang tackle from the Trojans so that I could. And it didn't happen until the third quarter. And then, that's how long it took. And then
I did hear it.
Yeah, it was like,
that was great.
Tackled by a pack of Trojans. Yes.
Which was beautiful. It was well done, and I did catch the humor, and I appreciated it very much.
That's right.
So, we're 2-1, baby. Rolling 35-20. Seems like every time that we beat somebody, it's 35-20.
Yeah.
Right?
That's great. I'll take it.
Yeah, we did that with Briarcliff, and now we had had Dakota State Trojans come to town and leave with their tail between their legs.
You know, Andy, it makes me happy because I think that so last year we left the season playing Dakota State, lost that one 13-6, and that was just not the usual Warrior way. So It's great that we've got a good couple of buys this year, and we've got
well timed.
And so and I think this year's just going to be real fun for the Warriors.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
So today, Troy, we have a very special guest. As always, again, we're rolling with the theme of let's keep meeting our players, and we could always go back. So we got we actually, Troy, and you know this because you're looking right at him.
I know, 2-for-1 deal.
It was great. So we have a returning guest.
Yeah.
Season number 1, episode 1. But even more special than that is our sophomore defensive back, Jeremiah Smith. Jeremiah
Smith.
Yep.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
From Houston.
Yes, sir.
You went to Stephen F. Austin High School?
Yes, sir.
I guessed right because there's not just one Jeremiah Smith from Houston. One that counts.
Yeah. There's not just one Jeremiah Smith on the team, as we already discovered.
So a lot of guys from Houston. How many dudes from Houston?
On our team?
Yeah.
God.
We got 5 from Tomball, which is Houston
that's
sub.
Houston area.
Yeah.
So I'd say about 8 or 9.
Yeah, well, and even like Coop is New Caney in Houston area.
He played against Stephen F. Austin before I got there,
Yeah. Well, I mean, Coop's 32.
Something close to it.
Yeah.
Moving like he's 18.
I mean,
he's a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a big day.
He's not Grandpa Throne status yet.
No.
Yeah.
He's definitely maybe Papa,
Papa.
Yeah.
So, Jeremiah, you sophomore here at Woo Ball, and they made you a team captain.
Yes, sir.
How's something like that happen with a sophomore defensive back?
I think it's just, being around other captains. Like, I got Kaysen in the room. I got Will.
Yeah.
And then learning from DQ last year, just being around those type of guys, TD, being around those type of guys just kind of just taught me how. Like, just sitting back and watching them do it made it a lot easier for me to do it, teaching the young guys how Coach Chopper is. Some people can't take that type of coaching, but with Coach Chop, it's never personal. He just wants to see you better. And that's it, bottom line. And if he knows how to push different people different ways, everybody can't be coached the same way, and he gets that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you join a core of defensive backs that are really just kind of stellar. That room you guys got is
a lot of talent.
Scary talent, too, sometimes.
A lot of talent, yes. A lot, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Will Strickland had a pretty good hit that was in this last game against Dakota State.
Oh, yeah.
I think they heard that maybe in Fertile, actually, about 9 miles away or so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the kid's mom probably felt it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm having stomach cramps.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Right.
Yeah, Will can drop hammers.
Yeah.
Can drop hammers. So, Jeremiah, in high school, you were a defensive back, but you were also a quarterback.
Yes.
You wore number 2.
Yes, sir.
What was the team mascot?
Mustangs.
The Mustangs.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Not as good as the Warriors.
Yeah. Like the Warriors a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what was that journey like for you to get from Stephen F. Austin High School in Houston, Texas, to Forest City, Iowa, and come play for the Warriors?
A lot of change. Big difference coming from a big city to, Forest City, which is smaller, but honestly, I like it better. I'm able to focus on school more. There's not a lot of distractions. I'm able to focus on football. There's no distraction. It's either you're at school or you're at practice or you're in your room sleeping because you're tired from practice or tired from school, So I kind of enjoy that aspect. I think it's a good thing for me personally.
Mm-hmm. Who recruited you?
Coach Choppa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's a Texas kid.
Yeah, he likes Texas. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he does. And we got a lot of, we have so much talent from that area of the world. I mean, nothing like Alabama, though, right?
Ask him the story how Choppa got him.
Okay, I'd really like to know the story about how Coach Choppa brought you up here.
Third guest host here. Did you introduce
You
Tay?
know what? I did not introduce
So
Tay
just
Buchanan.
Like Tay Buchanan is in the room with us.
I'm sorry,
you brought the crew. Jeremiah's like, I got a little crew coming with me today, or vice versa.
Doesn't mean I don't love you, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm asking questions too, so I'm part of the host.
Yeah. This is Tay Buchanan show.
Yeah. The debut.
Yeah.
Sorry, tell the story, man.
All right. So at the end of the football season, I had only, I'd say, 2 offers. So I didn't really think I was going to play college football. It wasn't in mind. And there was a showcase in February 7th, to be exact, about 6 in the morning that I did not want to go to. So I went and I was playing DB, got a couple picks, and, simply Choppa just pulled me to the side and was like, I got to have you, and from that point until I got here my freshman year, he was just constantly calling me, constantly checking up on me, making sure that, I was really bought into it. And then that's what really got me, because it seemed like, and it felt like he really cared and really, really wanted me here, and I feel like that's what's most important is like, I don't want to go to a school where the coach is just like, hey, come, Coach Choppa, like he's putting love into us. It's just not about football. So I think that's what I love the most about it.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, he mentioned he had 2 offers. Do you remember where those other 2 schools were?
Oh, you'll be surprised.
I already know. It's in my phone. I wrote them down.
Oh, did you?
So the first one was McPherson.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one was Dakota State.
Oh,
Yeah.
good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice. McPherson. Is that D2 down in Missouri or where
they're
are they
in
at?
Kansas, right?
Kansas?
NAIA, Kansas.
NAIA?
Yep.
Okay, I wasn't sure what I've heard of it, but I'm not.
Well, you did make a good choice.
Yeah, for
Jeremiah.
sure.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
oh yeah,
100%,
absolutely. Because you could have been on the bus ride on Saturday
on the
night.
Sad bus ride back
Yeah.
home.
Yeah, I feel-
don't want to.
I feel
And
terrible.
then you be on the bus and be like, yeah, they recruited me pretty hard, but I chose you
to come
losers.
here to the Trojans and lose.
Oh my goodness.
Well, we're happy, very happy
Yeah.
that.
Yes, sir.
Well, you mentioned that you had there's not much to do in Forest City, but you like that because you have it's either academics or football. What are you studying?
Sports management.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. So then, and you are a sophomore.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, true sophomore. So heading into are the classes different now? I mean, your freshman year is kind of like. I thought freshman year at Waldorf, nothing against Waldorf, but probably this for a lot of college students, freshman year is just a little bit more difficult than high school.
Yeah, it's a lot of adjusting. You're on your own.
Yeah.
Your mom isn't coming in your dorm and waking you up
Right.
for your 7:30 or your 8 o'clock class. So
Yeah.
it took a couple of days to adjust to waking up to my own alarm.
Right.
And not relying on my parent or anything like that. So I think that was the toughest part. It wasn't even the schoolwork. It was having the will to get out of bed in the morning.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's was your roommate football player also?
No, my roommate was not.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
When I was at Waldorf, my roommate was a band guy. and I was not in the band. We had very different schedules.
Yeah, so I'd be up at 5 a.m. for weights, and he'd just still be sleeping. I'd be like, dang, like I wish I could still be sleeping, but yeah.
Nice.
Well, you get sleep.
Yeah, I'll catch up.
Yeah, that's
starting about
that's the second semester.
Hopefully not at Thanksgiving. Hopefully after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
that'd be the good.
The Gridiron Club needs reasons to tailgate into December. So
we'll give you some.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, well, Carolinas is where they have the national championship.
Oh, Andy.
I don't want to, this team has the talent.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say that we do. We just got to get it all put together. One of the things that Coach Chapa said tonight after practice was that you guys are just that close to doing something really, really special. They just got to put it all together. And that's the best part about college football is, and most anything, is that you're not going to come in and be 100% on your game the first day of fall camp. And then even your first game. And
we didn't have a scrimmage. So you come into your first game with Briarcliff, which we won, and then had to, but there were some adjustments that were made there. And yeah, you're right, Andy. I mean, you don't come into it ready to roll necessarily.
Yeah. What does your schedule look like every week?
For football or
for anything? Like what do you do? Like what's your day to day?
So Monday through Wednesday, I'm up at, Monday, we don't have weights. Do we have weights on Monday? No, we have weights on Tuesday. So
change the schedule.
Mondays, I'm sleeping in a little bit more. I get up around,
He was not asking us, by the way, to the listeners. He was asking.
Oh, I was actually the third guest host here. The other host.
Yeah, we're not we're up at 5 because we're old. That's what time we get up at.
You jump in with questions whenever you're ready, man.
I got you.
Yeah, so on Mondays, I can sleep in a little bit more, get up around 7:45, get ready for class at 8:30, and I'm done around 10:30. So those days I'm really loving. I'm getting naps. I can eat, take a nap, play a little game, and watch a little film or something like that. Tuesdays are a little bit more crucial. We got weights early in the morning, which I love, So, and then I got class at 8:30. So
yeah,
and then I have my accounting classes from like 1:30 to 3:10. Oh, it's so
wow.
Yeah, it's so lovely. Just got
an hour and 40 minutes of accounting.
Yeah, just a lot of information about it. So, and then on Wednesdays, it's kind of the same light day. Thursdays is back to weights.
Yep.
The same accounting class again. And then on Fridays, if we're traveling, I don't have to go to class.
Right.
We'll have an early walkthrough maybe, or we're leaving early for a game. And then Saturdays is the day.
That's it.
Saturdays
it's all about.
Yeah, Saturdays is the day.
Yeah, but you got to do all that stuff Sunday through Friday
to get
to Saturday.
Yeah, and
absolutely.
And sometimes that's just the best part.
Oh yeah,
grinding through it to get to what you want to do.
Yeah. Before you got here and saw what we do here in Forest City for our football team, as far as the community involvement, the fans and stuff like that, was that what you were expecting? Or are you expecting like 40 people in the stands?
Oh no, this is way different than what I was expecting. Coach Chopper told me it was a small community. You guys do not make it look like a small community.
And we're proud of that.
Yeah, we are.
That's
that's
amazing.
the goal.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Well, it is something that makes us a little different than the rest of the conference, and that's something that we're very proud of. We work hard to bring the community out, and because we know how much it matters to the team. It's fun when we get to third down on defense, and the crowd is right there, and they do make some noise. I think that had an effect a little bit in the Trojan game.
Yeah,
I do.
They were struggling.
It gives you a boost. You want to get that stop. You got fans relying on you to get that stop, and you don't want to let those fans down. They've been out there since 6 a.m.
Yeah, that's by choice. Yeah,
it isn't mandatory for them. They're getting up on their own will, and so I enjoy that, me personally, and I know my teammates do.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we had a 4:00 kick on Saturday against Dakota State. Mm-hmm. I showed up to do some work at 5:30 in the morning, and there were people setting up their tailgate spots already. They were already there, setting up. I mean, that talks about just in that whole front row. It's just they have to lobby to try to get there. We've got the Pritchard's Gridiron Club portable bar hanging out there with TVs and everything like that, plus all the food and just the general merriment that goes on both sides of the sidewalk.
Yeah, that's amazing. I guess I haven't been there at 5:30 in the morning. That's I didn't know that they were there that early. That's really early. But that just shows you how much the fans care about it. And you consider that in Iowa that same day, we were, the big game supposedly is always Iowa State, and that was the same Saturday. I called it the curtain raiser, because it was a 2:30 game. But people, show up to those things, and they're tailgating, and they have problems in Ames getting in on traffic and all that other stuff. And you look at Waldorf is 90 minutes up the road on the same road, Highway 69, and folks are showing up at 5:30 to get in the tailgate there, which I think is amazing. So that's great. That's a great culture that we continue to build.
What was it like in high school as far as your crowds at Stephen F. Austin?
They were pretty decent. Nothing like this. Our band was pretty good, which gave us a lot of energy and was pretty fun to be on the field and hearing some music. So that was pretty good.
That'd be fun to have that. Maybe we could pay to have like Atlanta A&T come up, maybe do a little something for us. Because those guys know how to play in during football games.
I talked to Corey Schmidt on a podcast several episodes ago on a different venue, but that's the old band director at the high school, and now he's at University of Iowa, and with their bands. And he's just saying that those bands every college band has their own sound, but Southern bands have their own vibe. Like it's not. I mean, there's dancing going on, and it's just amazing. So we could maybe that's what we ought to. Waldorf need to create a Southern style marching band.
And it's probably not something like the SEC schools, but like the HBCUs classically, their marching band, and that's the pride of their institution sometimes. And man, they do it right.
Sometimes it's bigger than a football game.
It is a show. And we talk about dancing. I mean, they have these young ladies out there dancing like you ain't never seen before. Just kind of like I don't feel like I should be watching this.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah. But I'll tell you what, they got moves. And I'll tell you what, the music's great. The percussion section, that drum line
somebody's just subscribing to the SEC channel.
Yeah. No, not SEC.
Oh, it's not SEC?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No.
That's good. Well, hey, Waldorf, we got something to aim for there. Another thing. We could create a gridiron club just for the band. I can tell you some of those band guys are in those big schools, though, are enormous. Like the tuba players. I got on an elevator once in Louisville when there was a Cardinal game, and I don't know who they were playing. They were staying at the same hotel I was. I got on the hotel elevator, and we were going down. And it's like every floor they kept cramming in, and I was shoved in the back. And I'm like looking at below their shoulder blades and this big giant, and I'm like, these guys. I wish we had these guys on the line. I mean, they're so huge, But yeah, it's amazing.
Tuba players.
Yeah, tuba.
Yeah.
Sousaphone. What's the name other?
So co-host Buchanan, what kind of questions do you have?
Yeah, what are you bringing to the table here?
I mean, I
fixed your headphones for crying out loud. Tay was on the short headphones. I've been meaning to fix that for like 7 months.
He's pulled up the table.
He has to sit like close to the table. So everybody else is leaning back right now. Now you can get the.
I can ask some questions.
Yeah,
of course you can. You got anything in the chamber? I mean, things that we can play on the podcast. I mean, because
that's crazy.
Where's your goals for this season?
Oh, just to win. Me personally, I want to win. I just want to do what's best for a team. If that means playing DN, God dog it, I got to do it. I just want to win. And, send these seniors out, these guys on their last year, send these guys out with a good taste in their mouth. No one wants to go out as a loser, and I don't want to come in next year as a loser. I want to set a statement and let people know that we're about what we talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. And
is there a competition? I mean, I know that there is. So, like, if offense, defense, you guys are on two sides, same team, two sides of the ball.
Yes, sir.
And so, like, if the defense is doing really well, offense is like, hey, listen, we got to step it up, and vice versa. Offense is doing, they're killing it. Defense is like, hey, let's see if we can put them back on the field faster.
And
when
honestly,
they want to be out here.
Honestly, I think that just makes us better.
Yeah.
You know, we see Coop go get a touchdown. We're like, all right, we got to get a stop. You know, give him the ball back so he can go do it again, and then we get back on the field and do it again. And I think their mindset is just the same. We get a stop. They want to go score. You know, we are on the same team, but at the same time, we're competing.
Yep.
You know, and I just think that makes us 10 times better than anybody else in our conference.
Yeah, good stops in the game. He had a tip and some against them. Some passes. They changed. I mean, defense was rough on their offense because they right away the first quarter they lost. Early in the first quarter, lost their quarterback. He was a freshman, and that was their starter. Brought in their two, and that was a sophomore. He played the rest of the game, but took a little bit to get in the flow for him. And then they lost a running back, and so that's was that you?
Yeah,
you did that.
Yeah.
Not purposely.
Tice Ortman is probably their best player in the offense, and the guy is a hard runner. They give him the ball all the time.
Yeah.
They're down at that point.
It
was 35-20, I think, at that point, and I mean maybe there was 2 minutes left in the game. It was 2 or 3 minutes left in the game, and they're still playing. It's like, listen, there's a long season left. So it's like, at what point do you? And maybe he doesn't want to come out, and it's just not an option or whatever. But you just kind of go, what were you doing? You know, now I don't know what his injury is, but I've seen that type of thing come off the field before, and that looked kind of like a knee. I hope he's okay because you know,
his clavicle.
Oh, it was his clavicle.
Yeah, I think
What'd
he
you
tried
do?
to catch. Well, I just made a.
I was making pay.
Good tackle.
It was personal.
I just made a good tackle, and I think he kind of landed wrong, trying to catch himself, and you know, never having an intention on hurting anybody.
Right.
So prayers up to him.
Well, you never want to see that happen. You want to. It never breaks your heart to see a strong opponent leave the field, but you want them to be back in the next game. Well, because you're not playing them, but you want to see them because but for the grace of God, every single one of you guys are in the same boat. So. Yeah, there were some things going on. There was a lot of back and forth. I mean, there was a lot of back and forth, even on the sideline. There was exciting things happening there. There was some good. I don't know if it was good, but there was a lot of feistiness that was happening. What was happening out there?
Well, I know I had a lot on my mind about them. You know, I took it kind of disrespectful because the scholarship they offered me, I didn't think I thought I was worth a little bit more than that.
So you were.
I had a little.
on Ortman.
Little grudge here, yeah.
I had a little extra on my mind.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to beat them really bad, and I want to beat them again when we play them. So
Yeah. Well, you get another opportunity, and it's not
15th.
deep in the season. It's right in the middle.
Yeah, we don't got much more time really until we go up to Madison and see them again and play on their new field. And I want to ruin it for them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just ruin it.
Yeah, that's. It was a fun game, obviously, to watch. And this is the third game in, and now we're heading into this week, and it'll be a slightly different situation. Was that Dickinson?
Mayville.
Oh, Mayville.
Going up to Mayville, North Dakota.
It was one of those North Dakota teams.
Well,
that is Mayville, yeah.
Well, so you say one of those North Dakota teams. It's like there's the Iowa team, the South Dakota team, and then there's the North Dakota teams.
Mm-hmm.
Mayville, Valley City, Dickinson. You know, the short drive, which is just a little over 4 hours, is up to
Dakota, Madison.
Up in Madison. Yeah, they got new facilities up there. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
Oh, they got more than just a stadium football.
Don't really care about anything else.
Right.
Because last year they tore out all those trees. Remember how cold that was?
Yeah, it was very cold.
Real cold.
No trees.
Terrible.
You remember like the years before? It was like
that was the first time. That was my first time there.
Oh, really?
You know I don't travel.
Oh,
with
yeah.
Team Tech. Come on, man.
I forgot.
Yeah, I get your
He's
stuff.
driving himself out there this weekend, and he's pretty excited about it.
Yeah, I am not riding the bus, John.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. He's got to listen to his 80s rock music.
Oh, he's gonna get a speeding ticket.
No.
I don't think you can get a speeding ticket in the Dakotas, can you?
Oh, I bet you can. I'm not about to find out. So in your spare time, Jeremiah, what are some of the things you like to do? You talked a little bit about gaming and stuff like that.
I'm a real big basketball guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I love to play some hoops. I'm not doing it right now, currently in season, but in the spring, I'll get out there and get some shots up and
Yeah.
give a couple
You
guys.
play noon ball at the Y.
Yeah, you can go ask them. They
Go
know.
down there, play with the old guys.
Yeah, the old guys. Yeah.
Carl Waldridge.
Oh, Carl. Carl's pretty good.
I like.
Yeah.
Oh, Carl.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Everybody plays Carl.
He's an icon.
Yeah.
He
Carl
is
got
a
the long
force city.
socks on.
Yeah, long
got-
socks every Tuesday and Thursday.
Long black socks and a ratty ass old white T-shirt. Yeah. He's got the look. I love it. Yeah. And Carl is one of the most authentic, genuine humans you'll ever meet.
I love
That is
him.
absolutely
Love
true.
it, dude.
Gives me every foul I need.
Yeah. You got Rick.
Yeah, Rick's a shooter.
Mhm.
Close
Yep.
out on Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Rick Shea,
Yeah,
former mayor. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
love him.
for sure. Yeah, there's good people in town, and they love having you guys there. I know that.
Yeah.
You know,
It's part of that community that we talked about, and they get to know you, you get to know them. It's we love it when players, and just Waldorf graduates stay around the area, but we understand that life takes you different places, and so we always say that it's good to take a little bit of Forest City with you, and that's part of the experience too. But it's not just Forest City. I mean, you got people that are traveling from 30, 40 miles just to come to games, and they don't even have anybody on the field. They're just it's something to do, and we've always said that too. Like there's lots of football to watch, but you could go south to Ames and spend 2 hours in traffic, or you could just see a great game, and drive
and $100 to get in to watch the Cyclones.
Yeah. Yeah, right. So that's good. Hey, so coming from Houston, so who do you follow as far as pro team? You got a pro team that you like?
Not a big Texans or Cowboys fan. I want to throw that out there. I kind of like the Bills, Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen, but they took the loss last night. I watch those guys a lot. Don't really have just one team. I really just like watching football in general.
Mm-hmm.
So
I hear that. We hear that a lot when we ask about pro teams.
Yeah.
How about college? You got like a
Oh, yeah, I'm a big Baylor fan. And
Oh, are
all
ya?
Their sports, yeah.
So Baylor was always interesting because for a while, this is many years ago now, but they were the hurry-up offense champs.
Yeah.
And I always thought that was
We might need to get back to it nowadays. We're not very good right now.
Well, I think that the refs are the ones that make that not happen, right? Because
they
they
slow
get
us
tired
down.
and they slow it
We
down.
just need to get our way, man.
Is there a substitution? We're going to hold the ball for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting though. You talk about the officials, because it's like these guys aren't exactly young. I mean, there's some young guys in it, but we get a GPAC crew that comes into all our home games, and I mean, these guys aren't old by any stretch of the imagination. I think Ted's probably the oldest, and he's probably pushing 60 or something like that. But those guys hoof it up and down the field pretty good. And,
Right.
A lot of respect for those guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Haven't had, and maybe you might differ with this, but I haven't 3 games in, 2 home. The 2 home games haven't had it. I don't know. There's no complaints with the officials that I've seen.
No.
It's been good so far this year.
So
Way better
and
than
I don't
last year.
really even think that there's never a very good argument for blaming the officials, particularly for a loss. There can be bad calls, and I think even talking to officials, they're like, that does happen, but you move on. And usually if a team loses, it's like, wow, it was the refs, and it's like, it could have been all those passes that you missed, or maybe the defense
Turn the
wasn't
ball
good.
over 5 times.
And
And then blame the refs.
I still, and I haven't looked into it. I still want to know that penalty on Erdy.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get that one.
I didn't understand that.
Yeah, I didn't.
It's
I
like,
didn't know
well,
about
he
that one.
simulated the snap of he's on defense. He doesn't have to, as long as he doesn't cross that threshold.
Do
And
whatever
again,
you
I'm
want.
sure that there's something in the rules that say that you can't do something that he might have done.
Yeah, there was confusion in the game management, press box. You just got to let the
refs sort that
umpire
one
do
out.
what they do, but it's something nobody really understood that one. But that was also an offset call because they had a penalty and we had a penalty, so they it was a weird deal. That happened more than once where we had some offsets.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
yeah. It was an exciting game, and it definitely kept the crowd going.
Yes.
And that's always fun to see. So.
Well, even the student body gets into it too. You know, we had all those dudes up
with
there
the
wrestlers
shirt on. Yeah, that was nice.
They had Waldorf Warriors
no
painted on their
shirts,
chest. Yeah,
and cowboy hats.
You can do that in November.
And the
I really want to see that.
the girl that sits, she runs the scoreboard. It might be just the game clock. I'm not sure what she runs, but she says she's a college student. She goes, Who are those guys? And I looked at him. I said, 10-1, those are wrestlers. You know, and that's of course.
Shout out to the wrestling team.
Yeah.
Appreciate the support.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's great to have those guys there supporting the Warriors, obviously. And that's, I mean, success breeds that.
Yes.
They want to come to the game. They want to get crazy, and they want to paint, purple letters on their chest and their whole front of their body. Let's be honest.
But then you guys carry that out too. That you see at the basketball games, and do you hit the volleyball games? I hope, because they're doing really well.
We're gonna do the home opener
Okay.
Sunday. Yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah, volleyball's crushing it. So just you guys supporting your. Is there a culture? I mean, Waldorf has a lot of student athletes, and is that part of the culture?
Yeah,
We're
just
trying to work
supporting one another, getting better at that, and Coach Chop is real big on that. He even makes us go to Forest City High School games, which is nice. So I enjoy supporting and watching other sports.
I enjoy it too. I appreciate that you guys came out, and it's I try to acknowledge that the Warriors are there. You have been on the end zone, and when the team comes out at the opening and stuff like that, the kids love that. It's great for recruiting. It's good for the community to see that, and I think it drives some attendance for your games too, because you've got 1,000 people or so at that game, and they're like, oh yeah, well the Warriors are here, we'll go to their game too.
Most definitely.
So, and I know you guys go to the elementary school occasionally. Do like High Five Fridays.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yep. Yeah. They look at you guys and they just like, look at these heroes.
Yeah. One kid was like, why do all of them got on purple?
Yeah.
They all had a purple jersey on. It was just nice.
Yeah.
Pretty fun.
That one kid with the Briarcliff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Should have tripped him.
He was wearing a Briarcliff jersey?
Yeah, on the same week we played Briarcliff.
Yeah. Before.
Yeah. Might have been somebody that's got a
maybe he's got a sibling or an uncle or something like that.
That. Somebody said that went to Briarcliff.
That's a shame.
So speaking of siblings, though, you got family? What you got for brothers and sisters?
I got 2 younger twin sisters, an older big sister, and 2 older big brothers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me do the math here. 2, 4, 5. So you're 6 kids?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's a good number.
And you're on the top.
Nice.
You're on the.
I'm in the middle.
Right in the
you're
middle.
on the top of the middle.
Yeah,
the bottom. You're top of the bottom half.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So how old are your twin sisters, the younger ones?
They are 15, just turned 15 in August.
Okay. They're going to the same school you went to? Or?
Oh, no, they're going to St. Scholasticus. It's some school in Houston. It's a charter school. Down
okay.
there, so, yeah.
Very good.
Private school.
Yeah. So athletics in your family? I mean, is that something?
Yeah, my mom was actually she ran track in high school, was pretty good at that, led the district in steals in basketball in high school and that. My brother played basketball in high school. He was pretty good. And honestly, I think I'm taking the furthest route. I'm the only one that has come to Iowa and played for 2 years. So, my younger sisters are now playing volleyball. So hopefully I can get them up here, and play for the Warriors one day.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Does your family make it up to the games?
Yeah, my mom's going to come. She came last year on Valley City, the homecoming, and she's going to try to do that again this year.
Okay, very good. Nice. We like it when family comes up and they get to see, where you're living and what your surroundings are. It's especially coming from Texas, it's a little different.
16-hour drive.
Yeah. It's a haul.
Yeah.
But we love it when family comes up and
Yeah, absolutely.
So when you do make it home, and obviously that doesn't happen a lot during the school year, especially in the fall. Is there something like a food that you get when you go home that's like,
Whataburger, 100%.
Yes, I've heard that a few times.
I told you
Whataburger.
that. I told you got to try
thing.
that.
Why?
Oh, it's so good.
What makes it good? Is it
you
sauce?
just got to try that. I'm not even going to tell you. I'm
It's
just
a
gonna
big
let you go
old
get it.
burger.
Man, it's
just-
wonderful.
It's like perfect cooked.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I think Whataburger is also I think they're a Christian company too, so I think they have like that's part of their mission too, is they do a bunch of stuff on the
Yeah, I
church
believe
side
so.
of things.
Yeah.
So There. Yeah. Well, hey, Waldorf. Waldorf University, Lutheran affiliated. So we got to bring that up. That's good.
Maybe we could get like
a Whataburger
right on campus.
On campus.
That would be lovely for all the Texas guys, man.
Right across the street from Salveson.
Was there anything like home cooked? Yeah.
There's a spot open.
That's true.
Yeah.
Is there like anything home cooked that your family makes that you're like, oh man, you got to make this when I get home?
Oh yeah, my grandma makes some good gumbo. Seafood gumbo.
Mike Mouton talked about, was it gumbo?
Yeah, that's popular.
Yeah, but I mean, I can't remember. It was like, it was Cajun gumbo. And I had Troy convinced that, Mouton's mom was up here. You should have tried the Cajun gumbo. Troy's like, what?
Yeah.
She brought Cajun gumbo. I'm like, yeah, it was delicious. I lied.
I didn't know that. I thought all this time, I just found that out, guys. I had no idea that he was lying about it. He can get me. I was like,
oh yeah.
Absolutely. You sure about that, Clark? You serious?
Clark?
You serious, Clark? He does that. No, that was several months ago that he said that. Might have been a year ago.
I was going to say Mike Mouton he's playing pro ball down in like
South America.
Yeah, in Brazil or some crap.
Follow him on Twitter. He's posting things there. You guys stay in touch at all with that?
Yeah. I reach out to him every now and then. He's playing for the Scorpions.
Yeah,
absolutely.
pretty good dude.
Yeah, he's great. We got a few guys.
And he's going to drive down there. He's going to drive down there in his truck by himself. He's going to watch one of the Scorpion games. It's a 88-hour drive.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to do that. I don't know how safe it would be.
There's a few countries you got to go through.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's like, you're going the wrong way.
Donde está el petro? I mean, that's the best Spanish I can do. Where is, and I don't know. I don't know how to say gasoline in Spanish.
Gasolina. Do you not know that song from baseball?
No, I don't.
Yeah, there's a relief pitcher song that comes in as Gasolina.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Hey, everybody, we learned something. That's your Spanish lesson for the day.
Yeah.
Good.
So, okay, you're going to be sports management. What are we going to do with this degree? What are we going to do after you become an All-American and
be managing
all sorts of stuff, all those things?
Get into some agent stuff, or some coaching. One of those two. Really haven't decided. Just kind of balancing between both right now. Trying to flip through those options and see what's best for me.
Well, and you're a sophomore in college. You don't have to make that decision.
Yeah,
right?
I got some time.
Yeah, absolutely. And you'd be surprised where life takes you.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did I talk? Because on the sideline on Saturday we had DQ McCobb was there, as well as Gerard Reed.
DQ was there?
Yeah. Yep. Seth Oaks was in town as well.
I didn't see any of those guys.
Yeah, I saw talked to all those guys. But what was DQ saying he's doing now? I can't is he?
I think he's managing.
Oh, he's property manmanagement.
Yeah, something.
So I said,
yes.
So you're the guy that comes up and be like,
rent's due.
Like I'd be like,
here's your money.
Here's an extra 20. Go get some Whataburger. I mean, that's a big man.
He's a big man. I mean, nice guy though. Remember when he's silent and he kind of squared his players away last year? Hey, there's kids in the audience.
Yeah. He heard some F-bombs getting dropped. Get a little bit loud, and he said, "Hey, there's children up there. Watch what you're saying."
Yeah. And then you go out and then crush somebody and make them.
Absolutely.
I'm glad he was around. Nice guy. I didn't see that.
He's great.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you, you're not asking a lot of questions.
Yeah, what's happening? I feel like we've given you plenty of time
Shoot 'em
to
straight.
think of questions. Do you need a notepad?
Yeah, I do. You want to tell him our goal?
So we got a little bit. I got to get 3 interceptions before he gets 3 touchdowns. So yeah, and I dropped one against St. Francis, which hurts, but
we're both at 0 right now, so don't even look it up.
I was gonna you saw the mouse moving. I was let's go check this out here where we stand.
We both still got some work to do, and I just think that's a part of the culture of our team. Competing within competing. Competing with another team just makes you 10 times better.
I think that Mayville is the place for that to happen.
Oh yeah, I'm
always
for 3-3. Let's just see. It's impossible for it to happen at the same time. So that ups the ante. You know. Yeah.
A little less tackling for me this week. I get to play a lot more coverage, so it's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.
Well, Edwan before the game. Edwan Works, number 7.
Yeah.
Is he like Edwan or EJ? Because the guy on the radio was saying EJ.
Well, he just goes by both. I don't
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So Edwan was he said, "Hey, coach, I'm going to get you an interception today." And I said, "No, I don't want that." And he's like, "What?" I said, "I want 2."
Yeah.
And he actually got 1.
He could have got 3.
Yeah, he could have got 3.
Yeah.
Oh, he
And
was
so close.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, oh man! And I said, "Hey, those two close ones, I'm going to count as 1."
And that's just another guy that I'm competing with. Yeah, we're just trying to race and see who can get the most. And and this is just he teaches me a lot as well because as last year I played safety, so it's a little different coming down and covering one guy the whole game than playing safety. So he's taught me a lot of stuff throughout fall camp. He got me right real quick, and it's been real fun to compete with him.
Yeah, absolutely. And then another guy that got knocked out later in the game was Christian Giroux. Another one, Payback. He took a helmet.
Yeah, what happened there?
Don't know.
I think he took a helmet to the back on kickoff.
He did take a helmet
to his hip. It's to his hip.
Oh,
he got
yeah.
a deep bone bruise on his hip.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
so
like completely black.
Is that right?
oh, it was already purple like right after he came off the
It's
sideline.
like a whole solar system. On it.
Yeah, homeboy was like he was in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Couldn't move his left leg, and it's like, is there anything that I can do for you? He's like, nope. That's about all I could say. And so I asked him later what happened, and I thought he said that maybe Tay might have got him.
Deontay.
Well, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well,
Tay.
you're not on. You don't play defense.
Big
my
Tay,
friend.
medium Tay, little
was on
Tay. We've
kickoff,
already had
though.
that.
It was on kickoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Now-
was on kickoff.
Yeah.
And let's do my John Madden here. It's like, here's a guy who came in and like when he came up, he was a completely different player. Now in the last year and a half, he has suddenly turned into kind of a monster of a guy. Like he's really developed.
Well, and he's built a lot like Case and Handle.
Yeah.
I mean, that small, solid.
It doesn't look like it on the field, especially when you guys are wearing the black uniforms. You guys all. Which ones do you prefer, by the way? What are your favorite uniforms?
Black.
All
You like the
black.
black
All
uniform?
black.
All black?
Purple, no.
I do too, as a matter of fact, 'cause those are easy to wash.
Easy to watch. Oh, you don't like the white uniforms there?
And
I know the answer to that question.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because after the St. Francis game, I was putting loads in and literally hand scrubbing every jersey, except for the guys that didn't get any playing time, or they might have got a little.
That's like their little gift to you. Like here,
Well,
you
of
go,
course,
Coach,
it was
I didn't
it was
play,
really
so
warm that
just-
day too, so there was a lot of sweat stains and stuff, and so I become like Shiite Christian during that time when they're in the washing machine, because you have to check everyone when you take them out, and it's just like, please be white. And they came out nice and white. I mean, there's some stains, you can't help that, but at the same time, they look a lot better.
Next home game that you guys will have will be our military appreciation game. Andy puts a lot of work into putting the W's on the helmet, the American flag.
Can't wait.
It's a good deal. And we're waiting for a response from the National Guard unit that just got back from a mission for the last year, and hopefully that they're able to show
Tell them where they were.
They were in Poland.
So we got to get Patrick out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Patrick's from Poland.
Well, and that's when that was the unit that my last mission. That was my last duty station, and I retired. And I was like, "You guys are going to Poland. It's going to be fine. You don't have to worry about anything." And then Ukraine happens.
You're right next door.
And I was like, "Well, totally underestimated that situation." Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be a good time, and again, it's a great opportunity for the fans to come out and see you guys play. You guys are just so enthusiastic. There has been a change, and I don't know. It's just a change, good, bad, indifferent. Something. It's not bad. There is some fire on the sideline.
Oh,
you guys are fired up.
Oh, yeah.
On the sidelines, and I know that when you're fired up and you get frustrated, like when you were out in Joliet, that can kind of turn ugly. But I think there's a lot of good things in the last 2 home games that have been just a lot of fire on the sidelines, and that leads to enthusiasm. And I think it really frustrates the other team.
Yeah.
Oh, they hate it when we're loud and we're talking. They don't like it.
They hate
They hate it.
They're starting to hate us.
Yeah. And we love it. Hate us. You can't beat us.
Yeah.
And that just makes it more fun for us.
You try to get in their head, right?
Oh, yeah,
most
absolutely.
definitely.
I was talking to Coach Josh Anderson last game, their head coach at Dakota State, so it was very fun.
Yeah.
Oh, were you?
Oh,
were you
yeah.
saying? Remember you recruited me?
Yeah, I said you didn't give me enough money, man. Come on now. Now I'm playing against you. Watch this.
Watch this. Slam.
Exactly.
He had them very hostile.
Oh yeah, they were.
He didn't want to shake hands.
Yeah, they were.
Oh,
no.
really?
Well, Coach Josh didn't shake my hand, but the offensive coordinator and I think their O-line coach, they showed me some love. I was just like, man, it's all love. It's nothing personal, you know.
Yeah.
It's the game.
Yeah,
it's part of it.
I'll never, personally attack you, but in between the lines, I can say some things.
Yeah.
But it's never going to get outside of that, and just really respect those guys over there.
Well, yeah, and especially you being a team leader out there.
Yeah, and I got to keep everybody else, calm. So I can't really let my guys hear me. So I'm kind of just like talking to the side a little bit. Y'all can't hear me.
So what does that entail? Being
Turn your head.
Yeah.
Let me tell you some words over here.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
yeah, we good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, what does that entail? Being a team captain. What are some of the things that What's some of the differences from last year to this year now that there's higher expectations of you?
I actually like it. Coach holds me to a higher standard now, so I got to do more, and I like a challenge. I don't want things to be easy for me, and with being a team captain, you got to keep the young guys in check. You got to keep some of the guys that are like, I'm 19 and I'm captain over guys that are 22 and 21. So having to try and like talk to those guys, that's a little bit of a challenge. You can't just go up to them and start yelling. You got to kind of pull them to the side and say, hey, calm down. Coach isn't attacking you personally. He's, he's trying to, get us all better, and some guys, Chop can be pretty hard on us. But I just, when Chop gets on somebody, I go over there and I just say, hey, look, I got to deal with that dude every day. You're dealing with him one time a day. I got to sit in meetings with that dude and he gets after me.
Oh, yeah.
So, you got it easy.
Yeah.
And it's pretty fun.
Yeah. So halftime, for you guys on the defensive side, you got the offense that was clicking pretty good. You guys had a few things that you need to adjust, and Coach Chop, he almost ran me over. I was over handing out, some of the little snacks that they have just for some quick energy, and Coach Choppa came charging into the defensive side of the locker room, and he was a bit fired up.
He holds us to a higher standard, and we have a lot of talent. And when he sees us not performing to the expectations of what we can be, he gets mad because he knows we can be better than what we show at sometimes. And I completely agree with him. I never disagree with that because I know the talent that we have, and we can be probably the best defense in this conference. Like that's the level of talent that we have, even on offense. Like the talent that this team has, it really can do some big things.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, and they're, of course, Tay, you're a captain too, and that responsibility to keep both sides of the ball fired up and focused on what the mission is that week is huge. Mm-hmm. And if one side of the ball isn't performing to the perceived standard, or not even the standard, but like what we know we can do, how do you fix that is it in the locker room? Is it on the sideline? Is it both? Is it out on the field? Where's it at?
Well, I'll give you a prime example of Saturday. Coop threw an interception in the end zone, and he was coming off the field. I was going on. I just grabbed him and said, we got you. Don't worry about it. We're going to get you the ball back. And, just talking to Dom, telling Dom, hey, it's going to come. You don't have to respond bad. You don't have to yell and do all that. It's going to come. Just waste your time. And, Dom really, he listens to that. Tay Harp, he listens to that. Just talking to guys like that. And then the offensive guys, they come over. Tay comes over, and he's like, you guys are good. We're going to get a stop. Navi, Jatavier Hill, the running back, number 32, he comes over. He just taps us, and like, let's make some plays. We know, they know the talent. We know the talent on both sides of the ball, and that kind of, the relationship that we have with the offensive guys, like we compete every day in practice. If you watched our practice, you think we hate each other, but when we get in the locker room, we get to the cafeteria, it's a brotherhood, like a real brotherhood.
Well, Navi had a good game. Tay, I mean, you guys did what Dom was. I mean, he was
amazing.
Almost, I think he was 40 or 50 yards away from setting a school record.
Yeah, that was
game. It didn't happen, but he was. I mean, he really had. It was hot that day.
It was his record.
Yeah,
he's going.
He was going to break his own record.
He was saying it was Sam's.
Oh, you talking about the receiving record?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know he's close.
He said he was like 40-some yards away from breaking Sam's record.
Oh,
It's going to be 2 records broken.
2 records
Saturday.
broken in 1 week. Here we go, baby.
Navi's going to be all-time lead rusher.
Yeah.
After 14 yards.
Well, Navi right now, as far as rushing in the nation in the NAIA,
He's number 3.
He's number 3,
Yeah.
but but one of those dudes is a quarterback.
Yeah, so he's really number 2.
Yeah, he's a second running back, so he's right there. Yeah, but they got to be
in the NAIA. Was it a quarterback we played against recently?
No.
No.
I'm just saying. Oh, you don't want to bring that up. Oh, okay. Jeremiah.
We closed that book. We closed that book.
That's called history.
That's a long time ago.
That was insane.
Yeah. So Tay, what's this guy got? What makes Jeremiah Smith special?
He's a dog. He's going to always come prepared every day. I believe he made a huge jump from last year to this year. I feel like he's like a senior.
Yeah.
The way he's talented.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe in him.
Seems like you've got a good head on your shoulders.
Yes, sir. I have to. Mom raised me right.
Yeah. I like to hear that.
The mom.
Yeah.
What's your mom's name?
Cortina Smith.
Cortina. That's an awesome name.
His name.
Yeah.
I'm going to write that down. I like to make, if there's a good name that I hear,
Yes,
I like to write stories and stuff. And I'm like, that's Cortina. It's going to make it. I feel like that's a good one.
That's a strong name.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things we didn't mention too about Jeremiah is that the Gridiron Club every week sponsors a players of the week. So we have 7 different categories. We have offensive player of the week, defensive player of the week, big man of the week, special teams player of the week, scout defense of the week, and scout offense of the week. But the special one is warrior of the week, and the warrior of the week award goes to that person that just exemplifies absolutely everything that needs to be done. The right attitude, the right work ethic, a good human being on and off the field, in the classroom, in the community, and stuff like that. And the coaches vote on that. They let us know. And week number 1, Jeremiah Smith was our warrior of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that you guys think we should continue? Is that something
Absolutely.
that the team? Okay.
It made me open my eyes a little bit. Like, maybe people are actually noticing, the stuff that I, do for our team, trying to help guys stay up, no matter what, no matter if we get bombed 60 yards, no matter if Coop throws 8 picks, we're still in this game. I don't care. No matter what, we're not going to lay down for any team, and we ain't going to let up on any team. So no matter what, just keeping the guys in line and keeping us, keeping that talent level and the expectations, up high, real high.
And tomorrow will be, I will say tomorrow, because we're recording this on a Tuesday, even though this drops on a Friday. We're the day before you guys will be traveling when this episode drops. But yeah, Troy's gonna come in and put those awards up again tomorrow.
I got them on. That's what I was looking up, but I was like, I don't know if I can show those to you guys yet. I don't need to know who they are till tomorrow.
No, it's going to be a surprise.
Yeah,
it's going to have to be a surprise. So we're getting close to the end of our time. Jeremiah, I want to thank you for being here, but I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of prep time. One of the things we always like to do with our guests is give you that last word, the thing that you want to say, whether it's to family, friends, fans, team, anything like that, or just something about you. It doesn't really matter. But we always like to give you the opportunity to have that last word on this podcast so that, the folks that listen to this will get to know you a little bit better. So with that being said, last word is yours, young man.
I just want to appreciate you guys, the team, Tay, everybody on the team, coaches, professors, fans, my family, my mom, my dad, my sisters, siblings, all of that. And, I really appreciate that. Playing football, it's a hard game. There's a lot of ups and downs, and sometimes we need a little extra push. Sometimes we need a good job. Sometimes we need you look good out there, and I think that helps me a lot. When someone tells me, hey, you had a good game, and then I was like, oh, man, I thought I played bad, but maybe somebody thinks different, and that really helps me. So that's all I got to say.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Troy, another great episode.
Yeah, well, it's always fun to talk to a player who, and all of our players have, the right heart and the right mindset. It's fun to see somebody putting up numbers defensively in the stats and making things happen. It's always fun to see somebody who's dedicated to a good discipline schedule, academics, all of the things that we care about at Waldorf University and support with the Gridiron Club. And so it's just, it's been a great, and then it's always fun to have, a guest appearance too, which is which is pretty good. I like that.
I was kind of wondering when a voice out the window said, "Coach, we gonna be late?"
Yeah. Oh, there's a we in here. Yeah.
So, all right.
I like that. Yeah. Well, you
guys
guys are
yesterday, so I was like, y'all just come.
Yeah, you're always welcome.
You're always welcome
to the bunker.
Both of you guys are.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast. I want to thank Jeremiah Smith for taking just a few minutes out of his extremely busy day to come out here so that you folks can get to know him a little bit better.
Right.
So when you see number 5 out there.
He brought his scrub along, Tay Buchanan, which is pretty nice.
I believe it's his driver.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I drove him.
We can't go in detail.
Let's not get into details here.
All right. That's good.
All right. Now we all know. Well, we think. Yeah.
Jeremiah, thanks for your time, buddy.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
Anytime.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast. Thanks so much for listening. For Troy Thompson, this is Andy Buffington. And forever and always, go Warriors. You can join the Waldorf Gridiron Club and be part of the best small college football experience in America.
Just visit our website and pick your membership level. Find us and everything Waldorf Gridiron Club related, including professional photos, at waldorfgridironclub.org.
You can also click on the Support the Show link in the show notes to donate.
And you can even use the United States Postal Service by sending your check to the Waldorf Gridiron Club, P.O. Box 125, Forest City, Iowa, 50436.
It's tax exempt, hassle-free, and has a level for every budget.
That's right. Anyone can join, even our rivals.
Show your colors. Join the Gridiron Club today.
Get it?
Got it. Fantastic.
The Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast is hosted by Andy Buffington and me, Troy Thompson. Produced by Sunnyside Farm Studios in beautiful rural Forest City, Iowa. Platformed by Buzzsprout and music by Soundstrike. The Waldorf Gridiron Club is a 501c3 nonprofit organization dedicated to the student-athletes of the Waldorf University football program. Our mission is to assist the program in maintaining the best small college football experience in America.